Hi guys and welcome to thrustzone.com. This is Mohit Soni. What is in front of you is the MG Comet EV, a car that can solve the urban traffic crisis that we have right now, along with the running costs going through the roof with ICE vehicles, and something that everybody looks forward to, something that is nice to drive, unique and good to look at, and it is premium enough not to feel cheap. I think that's where the MG Comet EV comes in. This is going to be something that will either revolutionize the EV segment in India, or else it will become a style icon, it will become a niche. So it has something going for it for sure, and this is something that will appeal to a lot of people as well, and MG is betting on every single aspect and every single segment and every sort of customers to have a look at this car, right from somebody who's looking for a second or third car, or somebody who's looking for a primary mobility as well. So let's dig into what is on offer here. As you can see, the design is what you can immediately say is cute, and you've got these very nicely done LED projector headlamps here which look nice. You've got LED DRLs and the turn indicators are there as well. This is the MG badge, the charging port like in any other MG EV in the front. And you've got this nice line here. It's an LED DRL as well. You've got double blade wipers which ups the premium quotient of any car, which looks really nice as well. To the side, we are familiar with cars like this. We've seen them on the internet in other countries, and this is obviously grabs a lot of attention on the road. It looks very unique, and trust me, there's a lot of space inside. You've got these steel wheels which are done really well on this car, and those are energy tires to save as much battery and range possible. At the back you can see that it's got the same headlamp sort of design in the tail lamp as well. You've got an LED bar here at the back too, so that sort of design where the front matches the rear is something that's a new trend. It's not a new trend, it's been there for almost 7-8 years. It can be seen on the Comet as well, so this should appeal to a lot of people. It feels unique, it feels very nice to look at. You've got the MG badging, which is the internet inside that we see on the Hector as well. So we have separate EV badge on this, so that's great to let people know what it actually is, because you will be bombarded with questions the moment you get this car on the road, like how we've gone through, and everybody wants to know what this is. But they say with seeing the electric badge there and there that this is an electric, but what it is actually. Let's dig into practicality. At the back, obviously boot space is bare minimum. You can only store some bags. That is the charging kit, of course, and that's about it. That's how you lower the seats to create more space, as you can see here. Simply just take it back. That's it, you are done. And let's get inside the cabin. If you have the keys in your pocket, you can just come towards the car. It will unlock itself. If it doesn't, because it's been a couple of times that we've unlocked, so I think the system has gone down, you can press this and that is the cabin. Just look at that door pad and the huge door. Of course, it's a two-seater, two-door car, four-seater, two-door car, so you need that big door to get inside. I'll explain that in a bit. And what you can see here is a very, very good cabin. The quality is great. The materials that I've used are really nice. The colors are also really good, and the colors, of course, can feel a little bit too relevant because it's a very gadgety color. And you've got the usual buttons here, and just double tap the brake twice, and as you can see, the car has started. Once the steering is free, you will realize that the car has started, and there is no start stop button here. There is, of course, the gear shift lever, and this is and that is the system that I'll explain in a bit, which welcomes you every single time. These are the buttons for the windows, and look at those humongous door pads that can house a lot of things. You've got some space here as well. Surprisingly, there is no glove box. It's a sort of a very short and open glove box you're getting here, and of course the very iPod inspired. Nobody can miss that, because of course millennials can clearly not miss that that easily. You've got some storage here as well, and the same is here. The AC seems to be working really well, and that is the screen, and let me show you how the AC looks like from here. And the temperature goes, and it shows L3, L4 and so on. So it's not showing the exact temperature, it's just showing that this is level 1 or level 2. I don't know why the numbers are not visible. This is for the fan, and the button is used for circulation as well, and this is for the defogger. And of course you can also go through where do you want the air from this knob as well. And that is the drive mode. Eco, normal and sport all can be shuffled from here on the go. So that's also here. You've got a USB port here, and since this is a completely walk through cabin sort of feature that you get here, you are seeing that there are hooks here that you can keep your bags here. So there is additional space over a normal car. And the problem here is that you don't get adjustable seats with this MG Comet EV, and that's how the seat belt looks like. And yeah, a very impressive cabin. I really like the colors on offer. Let me just go in. Yeah, so I told you that I'll explain you that there is a big huge door here that needs to open this way, because this is a 2-door 4-seater car, and that's the reason why you need all of this space to get inside. And with this just one push of a lever with just one hand and bare minimum effort, I can get in the back, pull the seat again, and yeah, this is the kind of knee room that I have, which is quite impressive. I can sit here as well, and yeah, I think there is enough space. It can feel a little hemmed in. There is some possibility of being claustrophobic, but then again, these are glass area here, which should make things easier. I think despite that there could be some issue with certain people, but most people should be just fine here. And you're of course slightly knees up. There is just about enough under thigh support here, and not a bad place to be is what I'm saying. You'll just have to get through this system here, which is pretty easy, and that should not be a problem. And you have your 4-seater car with 2 doors. That's very impressive. Now what is it like to drive? Let's find out. So what is the Comet EV like to drive? Well, let's run down the specs a bit. It's got a 17.3 kilowatt battery, and it makes 42 PS of power and 110 Newton meters of torque. And the charging time is 7 hours for the 3.3 kilowatt charger from 0 to 100, and the same 3.3 kilowatt charger can charge from 10% to 80% in 5 hours. The claimed range is 230. Well, we got the car at 97% charge, and it was showing a 200 kilometer range, so that is pretty impressive. So you're getting a real life range of 200 kilometers an hour, a charging of around 5 to 7 hours. So that makes the car really impressive. It almost feels like something that is like substantially bigger than an electric scooter, and it's offering more range, and it's of course a 4-wheeler. So that's how I want to put it in perspective, because electric scooters is something that we keep on discussing all the time, and the EV space in the entry level lineup also comes close when it comes to battery and how charging and how performance is measured. It's got a disc brake at the front and drum brakes at the back. And how does it feel to drive? Well, it is the most easiest car. The length is very short. The wheelbase is just 210 mm, so it is a very easy car to drive. The steering is light, it returns back, and that is very convenient for everyday driving. Like I said, the length and wheelbase is so short that it just makes driving very easy. You can go between 2 cars, and there will be enough gap for you to move forward safely. So those things we've not seen in a very long time from an EV. Of course, we've had the smaller cars like the Alto and Nano from the past, but then again this feels more premium, and at the same time it feels even more maneuverable. So along with the EV aspect, where you get instant power and torque, in fact the 42 PS and 110 Newton meters is very well laid out in all 3 driving modes, such as eco, normal and sport. And I found myself going through very high gradient of flyovers even in eco mode, and it was pulling very well. So I'm pretty sure in sports mode, even with 4 people on board, it should not have any problem doing that as well. When it comes to the sporty handling. Well, the body roll is there, and it's well contained. Ride quality something is really exceptional, because it's got the right balance. It's comfortable enough, but at the same time it's just a hair away from being uncomfortable. So I think MG knew when to stop on the suspension tuning, and they've done a great job in doing so. And so that's the powertrain, and that's how it drives. It's the most easiest car you can drive in the city today, and with a lot of features on offer, such as connectivity features and everything else, and safety features. You've got a host of customization options on the car, and you've got 5 colors to choose from, such as green, white, black, silver, and there is candy white along with a dual tone variant as well. So lot of customization options, lot of connectivity features. You've got a very nice screen, automatic wipers, automatic lights, automatic IRVM is missing, but then you have electric ORVMs to make your life easier in this car. And you've got these fantastic screens which work really well. The response and touch is also really good. So what I'm trying to say is that there is enough value that is on offer. MG is using their platform, because we've seen these features in bigger MG cars, and they've come down to the Comet as well. So we think it's going to start around the 7 to 8 lakh mark. It might reach the 14 lakh mark as well for the top end variant, and I think it's still going to be good value for money, considering this is a very easy car to drive. It doesn't feel cheap. Road and wind noise and traffic noise is well in check, so that elevates the driving experience. And when you see all these features on board, and with the quality that is also on offer with the car, it should provide very good value. Like I said, the pricing bracket could be between 17 to 14 lakhs, and I think it will be worth it. The pricing is still a month away. If we get something before that, we'll let you know through our website and social media as always, so follow us there. Right now we think the MG Comet EV makes a lot of sense. There has been tremendous feedback from even on our one-day drive. We've got a lot of feedback from people on the road saying that this actually feels nice. So the acceptance, I think, is there. Even at first glance, when you go and experience this car, you'll realize that it is actually quite good. So MG has something that can take the electric mobility scene forward. Whatever they've been portraying, that the charging cost is as much as a pizza price, and traffic problems will be solved, parking problems will be solved. All of that, along with a great interior, exterior, powertrain package, a very good value. I see this as something that MG Motors can take for, if they take it forward right, which I think they will probably. They have something that can truly change the game, something that will make everybody stand up and notice. Of course, there is Tata Motors that is doing really well in the EV space, and they also have a small Tata Tiago, but this has the novelty and unique factor which could get attention from the guys who buy premium cars and the guys who want this car as their primary mobility. So hitting that spot, hitting two birds with one stone is what is happening here. And I think again, MG has all the bases covered. I hope the pricing is right, because this is something that is highly recommendable. It is great to look, great to drive, and we can't wait to spend more time once the pricing is out, and we'll give you our thoughts. So follow us for that, subscribe to our channel, follow us on our social media and website for everyday updates. Until then, goodbye.